Now we can learn Poisson's equation and Laplace equation. These equations help us to find the potential field in a region, potential field V, and it is connected to E using the relation E is equal to minus del V. So from that you can calculate E. Then electric flux density D is related to E by D is epsilon E. So from that you can calculate D like that. So potential, electric field intensity, flux density, etc. can be calculated if the boundaries are known for a particular region. So these are the application of Poisson's equation and Laplace equation. Let's see how we derive these equations. Let's first start with Maxwell's first equation or Gauss law, which states that del dot D is equal to rho V. Rho V is charge density, charge per unit volume. And also we know that D, which is electric flux density, a vector quantity, that's equal to epsilon E, where epsilon is permittivity and E is electric field intensity. And again, connecting E and V, electric field intensity E is equal to negative gradient of electric potential V. E is equal to minus del of V. On substituting these two equations, equation for D and E in the first equation, you get del dot epsilon E, that is E is again you substitute minus del of V, you get like this. This is equal to rho V. So substituting these two equations in the first equation, you get this, and you can simplify it as del dot del V is equal to minus rho V by epsilon. This is Poisson's equation. And del dot del can be written as del square. This is also called Laplacian operator. So del square V is equal to minus rho V by epsilon. This is Poisson's equation. And if we consider a charge free region, if there is no charge in that corresponding region, then rho V or charge density will be 0. Then this equation will be modified to del square V is equal to 0. That equation is called Laplace equation. So this is Poisson's equation, that is del square V is equal to minus rho V by epsilon, and a small modification of Poisson's equation will give you Laplace equation. Del square V can be equated to 0 if there is no charge in the region. Application, as I have explained earlier, it is used to calculate potential at a point between two surfaces, electric field intensity, then you can calculate electric flux density. From that you can calculate charge density using Gauss law or Maxwell's first equation. From rho you can calculate Q, from Q and V you can calculate capacitance. So all these related values can be calculated using these equations. Now, for both these equations, Laplace equation and Poisson's equation, you need to calculate del square V. So del square or del dot del, that is Laplacian operator. And these are the equations for Laplacian operator in the three coordinates. So first is Cartesian coordinate system, del square V is equal to dou square V by dou x square plus dou square V by dou y square plus dou square V by dou z square. We should understand that Laplacian is a scalar operator. On operating del dot del means you get a scalar quantity. So this is the equation for Cartesian coordinate system. And these are the equations for cylindrical and spherical coordinate system. You have to learn these equations. Okay, for applying Laplacian or applying Poisson's equation, you have to know the Laplacian operator for the three coordinates. So this is cylindrical coordinate. Del square V is equal to 1 by rho dou by dou rho into again a rho is there, dou V by dou rho, plus 1 by rho square dou square V by dou phi square, plus Z term is simple, dou square V by dou Z square, no additional terms. Spherical coordinate is even more complex, 1 by r square dou by dou r square dou V by dou r, plus 1 by r square sin theta dou by dou theta into sin theta into dou V by dou theta, plus 1 by r square sine square theta into dou square v by dou phi square. So this is the Laplacian operator for the three coordinates. And now we can go to the steps in solving. So on solving these equations we get v, e, etc. So the steps are, first you have to define the Laplace equation for a particular case, and Laplacian operator, you know that it's a del square term. So second order derivative. So to get it back, to get v back, you have to integrate. So you have to do integration, and if it is a function of one variable, you can directly integrate. If it is a function of more than one variable, first you have to separate the variables and then you have to integrate. And when you integrate, you know that there will be constant term. Okay. Only after getting the value of the constants, the solution will be unique. So first on integration, you get the values, but it will not be unique. Then to get the value of constants, you have to apply the boundary conditions, so that you will get v, because both the equations are del square v. So on integration and applying boundary condition, you get v. Then e can be calculated using e is equal to minus del v. After that, d can be calculated using epsilon e. Okay, then rho can be calculated using the equation del dot d is equal to rho. From that you can get q, and from q you can get c. This is the order in which you calculate the various things. So now you can check a problem. Here you can go through this question. Current carrying components in high voltage power equipment must be cooled to carry away the heat caused by ohmic losses. A means of pumping is based on the force transmitted to the cooling fluid by charges in an electric field. The electrohydrodynamic pumping is modeled in figure. So when you go through this problem, you just concentrate on the things which you want. Okay, so all these data may not be required for proceeding with the problem. And you can continue. The region between the electrodes contain a uniform charge rho naught. That is where we are interested. So the charge density is given as rho naught. It is generated at the left electrode and collected at the right electrode. You are asked to collect the pressure, and rho naught charge density is given, V naught voltage is given. So the 2 points we consider is, one is this end and the other is this end. So Z equals 0 point and Z equals D point. That's where the two electrodes are. Z equals 0, V value is V naught, and Z equals D, V value is 0. So from this lengthy question, the things which you are interested is, you just understand that there is a charge density that is given. Okay, charge density is given and 2 points are given. At Z equals 0, voltage is V naught, and Z equals D, V is equal to 0. That is the thing that we need, the data that we need. So proceeding to the problem, and also here charge density is there. It's not a charge free region. So which equation? Poisson's equation. Poisson's equation is del square V is equal to minus rho V by epsilon. So first you write that equation. Which equation to substitute? After that, the two boundary conditions. Voltage at 0, Z equals 0 is V naught, and voltage at Z equals D is 0. So those two values we wrote, and we understand that V is dependent on which variable? Only on Z variable. It is not dependent on rho and phi variable. So you can understand that this is a single variable problem and V is dependent only on Z. Okay, V has no dependence on rho and phi. So V depends only on Z. So you can modify this del square V as dou square V by dou Z square. So you can modify it as, and dou becomes D because it is a single variable. D square V by dZ square is equal to minus rho naught by, again you substituted the charge density. Here they have specified it as rho naught. So minus rho naught by epsilon. So now you have written the Poisson's equation for this case. This is the Poisson's equation. Now you have to integrate because it is a second order differential equation. So you have to integrate twice. On first integration you get dV by dZ is minus rho naught by epsilon into V plus a constant that we get here. dV by dZ is minus rho naught by epsilon into z plus a. Again to get v, you are integrating for the second time. You get v is equal to z on integrating, you get z square by 2. Then plus az plus b. Integration you have to, if you are missing any basics, you have to go through all those. So on integrating twice you get v. Now you have the equation for v, but the problem is solution is not unique because the equation involves two constants a and b and the values are unknown. How to calculate the constant values? You have to apply the boundary conditions. You have two boundary conditions, that is v is 0 at z equals d and v is v naught at z equals 0. You have to apply these two boundary conditions in this equation to get the value of a and b. These are the same steps that you do for any integration. So if you are missing any basics related to maths integration, you must go through it. Okay. And you are substituting these two and you are calculating the value for a and b. And you are substituting for a and b in this equation. So now you have the equation for v, and then to calculate e, what you are doing is e is minus del v. Again it only involves z, so minus dv by dz into az. You have the equation for v, you take the derivative, you get the equation for electric field. Next you are asked to calculate pressure. So first you calculated v. Always if you apply Poisson's equation or Laplace equation, the first thing you are getting is v. From v you have to calculate the corresponding values. So from v you calculated e, and next is to find f. To find f, the equation is surface integral of rho v e dv, because EQ, product of charge and electric field intensity, will give you force. Because what is electric field intensity? Electric field intensity is force per unit charge. So to get force, charge into E. Instead of multiplying with charge, you are taking the volume integral of charge density. So F is equal to volume integral of rho v e dv. Again rho v you know that it is rho naught. Then you are interested only in Z. In Z is only axis where E is varying. So again you split it as ds, that is area can be splitted, and Z varying from 0 to d, and you are integrating E over Z. Okay, again you are substituting the equation for E and applying the limits, and you just assume that the area is S. You are just assuming S. Why? Because your final answer you need the pressure. Pressure is related to area. So you assume that area is S. So rho naught into integral ds, you are not going to the details or limit, you just assume it as S. So rho naught S into, you are directly integrating E with respect to Z, and limits Z equals 0 to d. You got the value like this, F. And to get the force per unit area or pressure, you are asked to calculate pressure. Pressure is force divided by area. So F by S, that is rho naught into V naught, unit vector A Z. Rho naught V naught, you substitute rho naught value, you substitute V naught value. Both are given in the question, you get the final answer. Okay, so force means force unit is Newton, area meter square. So Newton per meter square, that is a unit of pressure. So this is how you apply Poisson's equation for a problem. So there is pretty much computation involved, and all the answers and steps are given in this. So you must go through it, and step by step you have to do it by yourself. Okay. And we can go through one more equation, one more problem. So here they are explaining a semi-infinite conducting plane. So earlier it was everything, the variable was Z involved. Here they are, the question itself, it is clear that V is dependent on the variable phi. When phi is 0, voltage is 0, and when phi is pi by 6, V is 100 volt. So that means if we proceed like the same way as the last problem, first thing is you check for charge density. It's a charge free region. Unless specified, we assume that it's a charge free region. So which equation? Second equation, that is del square V is equal to 0. The next thing is boundary condition. They have directly given when phi is 0, V is 0, and when phi is pi by 6, it is 100 volt. One more assumption you can, it's not assumption, one more thing we understand from this is that V is dependent only on phi. So you can modify the equation that way. So del square V will be only the phi term, that is 1 by rho square d square V by d phi square equals 0. Why the 0? Because there is no charge density. First step, identify the boundary conditions. Second step, you write Laplace equation. If there is charge density, you use Poisson's equation. No charge density, you use Laplace equation. Here you write only this term because from question itself it is clear that V is dependent only on phi. Then we are writing it like this. As this is 0, rho square can be avoided. So d square V by d phi square is 0. Second order differential equation. So you are integrating it twice and you are getting two constants. To calculate value of A and B, you apply these two values, these two boundary condition values in this equation. You will get value of A and B. You got B as 0, A as V naught by phi naught. Substituting this in this, you get V is equal to V naught by phi naught into phi. V naught by phi naught into phi. Then to get electric field intensity minus del V, again you understand it's only variable involved is phi. So write that corresponding term of gradient in the cylindrical coordinate system. You substitute and V naught value is given in question, phi naught value is given in question. On substituting, you get the value of V and E. So these are the two examples of how to do problems related to Poisson's equation and Laplace equation. You first go through these two problems and then try some other random problem and check if you can do it. Okay, so these are the steps involved. So after doing this problem, we can go to the steps again so that it will be more clear. So steps involved in solving is, first what you have to do, if charge density is present, you apply Poisson's equation. If there is no charge present, you use Laplace equation. So first identify which equation to use. Then it is a second order differential equation. It is del square. So you have to do integration twice. You will get to constant values. To find the value of constant, you apply the boundary conditions. Then you get the equation for V. Then from V you calculate E using the equation E is equal to minus del V. Then rest of it based on the question. If you are asked to calculate pressure, from E you calculate F, then F by area you will get pressure. Or if it is capacitance, you calculate rho, then from rho taking volume integral you get Q, then Q by V will give you capacitance. So based on the requirement you can proceed. So this is all about Poisson's or Laplace equation. Thank you.